What is up, guys? What's up, Buck Nations, RBT, everything? Holy cow, this is a big day. There's a whole lot of news to go over, a whole lot of signings. Last time we were talking to you guys, everything was up in the air. What's happening with Chris Godwin, Sue, Barrett, Gronkowski, all these big things that we had no answers for. Cap was non-existent. And guess what? Plus is going to say this multiple times throughout the live stream. Trust the process. But Plus, it's another Monday, live stream Monday, an exciting one. How are you, and how good does it feel right now to have part of the band back together?
It feels great, man. It's everyone is coming back like the team said they were going to do. So it feels really good to be a Bucs fan right now. Shaq Barrett with a great contract for both sides coming back for this defense. It gives you more draft flexibility, and then we also re-signed Rob Gronkowski back as well. So Levante David, Chris Godwin, all those guys are coming back. And this just continues. I mean, there's still moves to be made, and we're going to see more moves coming up within the next couple of days, I'm sure. And Ndamukong Suh is on deck, as well as Ryan Suckup. So it's just going to be interesting to see how they pull this off. But it just shows you that cap space is really a myth. It's all about
True.
It's all about how you can structure the deals. And that's something I said, early in the offseason. I said, which direction are the Bucs going to take? Are they going to structure deals in a different way they've done before? And obviously it looks like they're doing that because frankly, they have to, and all teams are pretty much doing it. We're seeing it with the voidable years on the contracts. That's making a big difference. So again, it's why they do their job. They're the best of the best.
Big time. But let's go in order. So let's check this out. So Tom Brady re-signed, just creating. Oh, actually, he didn't re-sign first. Chris Godwin got the tag first. So this is kind of out of order. Chris Godwin got the tag. We all knew that was going to happen. Levante David re-signed. Only what was his cap hit for this year?
Just 3.5, I believe.
5, very, very little. I mean, that's a team-friendly contract, big time, and they just spread it out after the next 4 years. Then Tom Brady did his little restructure, saved us a whole bunch of million. Now he's $9 million cap hit this year, I believe, on Spark Track, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then today we get the bang bang.
Yeah.
Back to back, you get Shaq Barrett resigning to another astronomical amount. I can't believe this. So check out what Greg Allman put out here. $5.6 million Shaq Barrett is this year, but it's going to be $17 million overall for this year. I love that suit picture on the bottom. We're at 4.8 for Gronkowski, 5.6 for Barrett. And that's the next thing they didn't have in this picture because it literally just happened not too long ago. Rob Gronkowski is back, literally making, Greg, what is this? 4.8 million. Everyone got mad. So let me be this guy. I'll be that guy. When you saw Gronkowski signed, everyone saw this number. $10 million. $10 million, 1-year deal. I'll be honest. My knee-jerk reaction was, what in the hell, guys? How the hell are we going to sign back Ndamukong Suh? How are we going to get the best kicker in the game, Ryan Suckup, back? You just literally jeopardize everything. What an idiot move. To be honest, I was like, how can you justify it? 10 damn million. Cam Brady's making 6.7, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is way too much for a guy that doesn't even get that many targets. We don't throw to the tight end. BA said it himself. I was knee-jerk, a little upset. And then plus, you came out of nowhere, and what did you say?
Hey, you got to trust the process. And again, this is not our money. And they're making the decisions. They have a plan in place. I think they've shown that before. So you got to trust them. They won a championship, and I think they know what they're doing. So we just got to wait and see. But I'm with you. I understand it. When I first saw the 10 million, I was like, oh, that's a little up there. But then again, I remind myself, I'm like, okay, they've been being creative with all their deals so far. What's to change now? So again, I was just waiting for the more news to come out on the details, and that's what I told you. I was like, be patient, wait for it. It's coming. And lo and behold, that's what we got.
Absolutely. And then, so what I think is so cool is that the voidable years, right? Voidable years on the contract.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just Greenberg doing this mastery or if he's just that far ahead of the game. I mean, he's been doing stuff like this for years. I feel like this is some guy we got to hold on to real tight, close knit. But I mean, he's not a nobody anymore. A lot of people know about that guy, not just the guy on ESPN. But I mean, I can't believe that. Insane. And then some people in the chat are talking about Cam Brate. Is Cam Brate coming back? Bud Cannabliss.
Oh man.
Let's dive into that really quick because
I actually tweeted about this a couple of days ago, and I was like, it's looking very likely that Cam Brate's going to get released, and I just don't see a way for him to come back. I mean, unless he really redoes his deal where he's not making any money over the next couple of years, because people forget like his contract goes up, his money goes up over the next couple of years coming up, and like it's already at 6.5, and I'm not sure they want to pay this guy 7-8 million, going forward. So I don't see it likely that he returns.
He's got right now 6.25 on the books. OJ 6. A lot of people are trying to say trade OJ because I mean Cam Brate is a huge fan favorite. OJ just keeps getting hurt. Let's be honest. I mean, OJ, he's younger, more talented. He has a higher value, and right now it's selling low. I've said this before. It's like stock market. You don't want to trade him right now. You get nothing for him. Cam Brate, I would almost debate, see what the heck you can get. I mean, I know the trade market's probably crap, but look what Jimmy Smith got with the Patriots. Cam Brate has similar capabilities. He's shown he can do this before, so I don't see why you wouldn't at least check and see the trade market for Cam Brate. They probably have been calling nonstop, but I don't know. We'll see. I agree with you. He probably will be a cap casualty because, I mean, there's only so much money you can keep under that little threshold. But then again, you never know. Like the way these guys are making contracts, maybe he restructures for like nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, again, he could just restructure for, just this year and then, have those other 2 years, dropped off or something. Maybe they turn that into voidable years. Again, that's the process that they're playing right now because of the pandemic and, the cap hit or the salary cap that is very low and compared to other years. So this is what they have to do. They have to be creative. And you're seeing pretty much all teams do that, unless you're the Patriots right now. I mean, they're just spending money like it's candy. So, and you have these other teams that, it's funny. And just looking at contracts, I'll just bring this one up. Shaq's getting 4 years, 68 million. With a chance to make 72 million. And then you look at Leonard Floyd, who got 4 years, 64 million, and he doesn't have nowhere near the production as Shaq. It's just, it's funny to see those kind of numbers happen.
Staying home for somewhat of a discount, I would assume. I mean, they literally let the market play out itself. If Leonard Floyd is getting that much money, I don't know. I don't know.
But again, it depends on how they structure it. I don't know. You don't know what the cap hits are, but it's just funny to see. And then, like Ngakoue got, I think, a 2-year, $26 million deal. It'll just be interesting to see how the rest of the free agency shapes up, but still a lot of very good players out there. So that's going to be interesting to see who makes it into like the phase 2 of free agency. A lot of moves right now are all the big guys, big names are getting paid.
Yeah. So someone asked, where is it? Bud Cannabliss said, how much did Gronk make last year? Gronk made 10 million, same amount. He's going to, or potentially make this year. So yeah, you saw how Greg Allman said, here it is. We'll bring it up one more time. Pretty much Gronk's making 4.8 million base salary, and he has a chance at making 10 million with incentives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another big thing.
Yeah. He got a 4 million signing bonus. And that's what, people are forgetting. Like now we're adding signing bonuses to our contracts, and that's something we haven't done before. But it's prorated over like the next, 5 years. So that's where like the cap savings come into account.
And the other big thing is right now we have 3.6 million available to spend. So,
well, you cut Cameron Brate and you sign Sue for the remainder, and you're good to go. And then you find a way to get Sucko back.
And what is Sue's face looking like right now? This is it right here. You better sign me back, boy. I'll get you. No. So that's how you got to kind of look at it. They're balancing a lot of checkbooks right now. It is crazy how good they're doing this, but let's be honest. It's not like the Bucs are the only ones doing this. We're making it seem like the Buccaneers are magicians and they're making the rest of the team look like their pants are down or something like that. They're doing well because a lot of guys want to stay in the team and stay on this going for 2 pretty much roster. So it's helping in a way. I mean, Levante's was the most team-friendly contract I've ever seen. Like, that's ridiculous. But I was hoping Gronk would do something like that. But, I mean, still, the way he signed it, now it looks like it. And now outsourced it, $10 million, doesn't look like it. Then you see how much he is actually getting. It looks team-friendly.
Right. And people forget, I mean, a lot of teams have been doing this kind of stuff for a while. I mean, this isn't anything new the Bucs are creating. I think, the voidable years, we're just like hearing about it, but this stuff has been going on. The signing bonuses and prorate, how you get the cap lower. I mean, the Saints been doing it for years. The problem is they just didn't win. And now, now they're in trouble. So, but yeah, a lot of teams across the league do these kind of things. But yeah, the Bucs, usually they're known for just guaranteeing, the contract up front 2 years, and then they're done with it. So they can make cuts afterwards or what have you. It gives them more flexibility. But again, I think they're still in a great spot because, the cap space is going to go up each year as we go forward because, TV deal and, NFL getting their money back because of the pandemic. So we should still be in pretty good shape.
Yeah. So, I mean, even looking for next year, if those people want to look that far ahead, because we're going to put ourselves in the Saints situation. Look how quickly the Saints got out of that situation in the first place. And then also look at the 1-year deals that you are getting. Gronk's $10 million will be off the books. Sue, if we do sign him back, will likely be another 1-year deal. I mean, some of these contracts, some are going to be going up, but some are just going to be off the books, like $20 million. Oh, here you go. That's probably what Sue's going to get, around something $8 to $10 million. Let's just be honest. But before we keep going on, if you guys are in the chat, make sure to hit that like button down below. Help us out. Help support the channel. We're trying to bring you the most we can for Bucs content. Hope you're liking it. If you do, just give us that little thumbs up, proving it. But keep going on. What were we going to say about the contracts and 12 and like next year?
Yeah, no, I just think we'll be in a good position because, the cap space is going to go up and you're going to have, flexibility to rework, more contracts and, push money down the road if you want to. So I think the Bucs are going to be just fine. But, the exciting part is, I mean, we're bringing our team back and that's, that's what matters. And, obviously they're doing what they said. And I think that's how you build a team. You re-sign your own, you draft, and then you develop. And, that's what this process is all about. And, just adding guys like Shaq Barrett and Levante and Chris Godwin and Gronk back as well. I mean, that's huge because now it just opens up your draft capabilities. Going forward, you don't really have to pick an edge rusher at pick 32, even though, that might be the best option. But again, it's just nice knowing that you have your 2 starting edge rushers back for this season. And you don't have to force, position. Obviously, now we hope Ndamukong Suh comes back and that makes us even stronger. And then you don't really have to force a defensive tackle pick, as well.
Yeah, I mean, so this does make the draft look extra tasty. Right? Like you just said, if Sue comes back too. I mean, either way, I don't think there's a defensive tackle worthy for that 32nd pick. I mean, a lot of people want Barmore, but I just don't see the fit. We've discussed that. We'll talk more about it as the draft gets closer. But I mean, I think you just go best player available, and that may be one of those running backs. We'll see. But perfect position. Hell, I wouldn't mind an offensive lineman. We'll see. But let's keep going in the chat. Let's see some of these questions. Where is he at? There he is. There's a little down the road, but Matty SOP said, Bucs win the division. Who is their biggest threat for the division? Who would you say?
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, it is a little early. I would say, we are the favorites, obviously, because we just won the Super Bowl. I would give us an edge there. I think the Saints are going to be different. You look at the Falcons and the Panthers. Again, it remains to be seen, what else they do with their teams. I know the Panthers signed some offensive linemen today, but it looked like they overpaid for said offensive linemen. I don't know how much quality they're going to get from Pat Elflein, and they also signed, I think, who's the tackle from Dallas, Cam Irving. they signed him to a contract. So I don't know about those guys. Again, maybe decent starters, but really no upgrades there. And they kind of overpaid as well. So, I mean, it remains to be seen on the division, but I would say the Bucs definitely, talent wise, they should be the favorite.
Absolutely. I mean, that's no question. I think just to answer the question, who's their biggest threat? Maybe the Falcons, because new head coach, you don't know what to expect.
I think they have the next best quarterback, Matt Ryan, and the Saints. We don't know; it's up in the air with Taysom Hill and Jameis, and then you have Teddy Bridgewater, who they're trying to replace. So, just
what if he goes back to the Saints? Hate him because they trade up for a quarterback or something. I don't know. That would be funny.
That would be funny.
Well, let's keep going down the line. So, yeah, Suck Up and Sue. That's the next two that are priorities. Even over AB, because I know Bud Cannabliss not looking at it like AB coming back though, unless he's willing to take the contract that he was getting this year. Back. I mean, he deserves more. Let's be honest. It was more of a let me prove it to the team or to the rest of the league that I can actually not get in trouble. So a lot of people say he wants to stay with Brady. You never know. What's your 2 cents on that?
Antonio Brown, I mean, it would be interesting if he comes back. I know he wants to. I think he's still training with Alex Guerrero right now, the TB12 guy. So, I mean, he's down here working. So, there's interest. Obviously, Tom Brady's his best option, to continue to have success and continue to have a decent career. And he's made his money. So, yeah, I mean, if they can make it work, I don't see why not.
It wouldn't hurt.
Right. It wouldn't hurt. Yeah. And to the question of, I think by Buddy Dean above, let me pull it up here. Yeah, that one right there. So yeah, they have some other ways they can create space. They don't necessarily have to cut Cam Brate, but it looks likely that they're going to do so. They can restructure some deals. Obviously, Donovan Smith, they can restructure Chris Godwin's deal as well. Sign him to a long-term deal and cut his cap number in half for this year and just extend him long-term. Ali Marpet, can save you money. Ryan Jensen as well if they want to extend him. So they got some options for sure to create some cap space. And I think that's probably what they're working on right now because they know they're trying to bring back other guys and as well as look as potential free agents that may be available. I know a lot of people talked about James White, so we just have to wait and see, what they're going to do there. But I think they'll probably attack free agency once we get closer to the draft season and really see where their money lies.
Here's a crazy shot in the dark. Okay, so everyone's going to look at the top high spenders, gainers up here, Donovan Smith, JPP, see if they could restructure doing those voidable year contracts, right? Maybe put this down to like 6 and then 4, add 3 more years behind it. He probably won't play that long just to help the team out. Here's a shot in the dark, though. Say we go a long-term contract in OJ. I know people want to say he always gets hurt, blah, blah, blah. What if you give OJ like a 5-year deal and put the first year like $3 million or $4 million or 3, whatever?
Yeah.
Give him a signing bonus and just tack it on later. Because right now he's possible that high of a a case to get a crap ton of money. So why not just, like I just said, instead of selling low, you're buying low because you're like, oh, this guy has massive potential. Why not just give him a longer term contract right now, cheapen it up for this 1 year, but with a signing bonus and say, okay, OJ, we really like what we saw, even though you keep getting hurt. Go train with Tom Brady so you don't get hurt no more. Gronk, look what he did, came back. Go ahead and fix yourself up and let's get you ready for the long haul. Because, I mean, once Gronk leaves, probably when Brady leaves, we're kind of bare at the quarterback and tight end position. You don't really have a proven guy.
Yeah.
Cam Brate, like we were just talking about, may be gone. A lot of people don't want to see him gone, but it's looking more likely the more contracts have to be signed. What's your take on that?
No, I think that's a possibility. I mean, you could do something where you give OJ Howard, an option year for next year and, give him some money, maybe up front and then, lower his cap hit somehow. I mean, that's an option. Again, I think you go into the season. I mean, even if OJ has a great year this year, most likely you as a team, you're going to say, okay, prove it again for a second year in a row. Maybe you don't have to sign him to, that much as far as contract value, but I'm open to it. I think the Bucs are looking at all options, but ideally they know where they have to be. They have to restructure some deals, and it's going to take place. And just see what happens. Obviously, they're focused on re-signing their own, and they still have till Wednesday to be under that cap, space number as far as the max. So they can definitely go over and then get back under if they need to.
Touche. But then, there are guys down lower that are going to be coming up on contracts, which
they have a lot of big guys for next year that might come back, maybe not. I don't know. Obviously Carlton Davis, that's a big one right there. They want to sign back. You look at maybe Jordan Whitehead,
Rojo,
maybe you look at Alex Kappa. So there's quite a few. Yeah. Obviously Donovan Smith, does he come back? Ryan Jensen, he return? JPP, does he play another season? So
if we win a second, maybe he's like 3 people did it. I did the hand kind of. That's messed up. But okay, let's go. So let's go on a happy note. Maya says, "How's the baby, Mark? The baby's doing fantastic. He's chubby. He's big. He's growing. He's right above the curve. He's like 75 percentile. He's doing awesome. He's been literally the Bucs' good luck charm, our good luck charm. Nothing but smiles. Love the dude. And his Braden. It's not just because of Brady. Middle name is Anthony. It's not just because of Bruce Arians. But the boy's doing really, really good. Thank you for asking. Let's keep going on. Here's a question we addressed last week. Quan Ali said Joe McCoy wanted to come back for cheap.
Yeah, I don't see it as a fit personally, but if he does come back, awesome. If not, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. It's just, I don't feel he's a fit. I love the guy. I think he's an awesome dude, but just don't see it returning.
Yeah. Oh, here's one.
Oh, Fukuwa.
Now we got to address it.
My man.
What's up, amigos? Thanks for keeping the grind going. We're going to do this, my friend. You know that.
Yeah.
It's called Obsess Much. That's literally, if something pops up, it's life. Get me out of here doing all this film study. It's an addiction, but it's a good addiction. Okay, it's a fun, staying out of trouble addiction, and she loves it. She does. Thank you very much. You're always there. Thank you for always showing up over here in the live stream as well.
Appreciate it.
But where was the other one? So this actually brings me to this point here. So Tom said, Cannon Fire Podcast sends their regards.
Awesome.
So, speaking of, so there's this little thing going on in the Twitterverse. So if you guys are on Twitter, help us out. There's this little, I guess Nick Citro from Bucs Report put out this little, I guess, what did you call this? Like the March Madness setup?
March Madness bracket between, I guess, Bucs creator content and you have your Bucs media people as well.
Well, we're down right now.
Yeah, we need a lot of help. We need a lot of votes. So we need
help, guys.
we need to come. Yeah. So everyone go vote for us. Yeah. Go vote for us. Spread the word, because we want to beat Pewtercast. Shout out to Cannon Fire Podcast. Again, that was a great matchup. They do great work. So shout out to them. Shout out to Bucs Report. All do great stuff.
Yeah, but just help us out if you're there. Give us a like on the video right now, and then go over to Twitter. Follow if you haven't even followed us on Twitter, and then go vote for us, please. Thank you always. Oh, we got another Chris Britt. You know what, Chris? Thank you very much. I've seen you on YouTube writing comments a lot too, so thank you very, very much. Ask some questions here, my man. Let's get it. Let's keep going. But thank you very much. We're always very appreciative of all this stuff, guys. I mean, I know it's off season. It's more like what the heck is there to talk about? It's football season. It's 24/7, especially for us. We're trying to bring our addiction over to you guys. But thank you again, Chris. So we talked about the old Twitterverse thing, but there was more questions over here. Oh, Nehemiah said, are we happy that Breeze retired? Let me take that one first, actually. Am I happy? Not necessarily, because you're losing one of the best players to ever play the game. It was cool to see him just light it up. Insane numbers year after year after year. And the fact that a guy that small can do it that consistently. cool to see. When he'd play us, hell yeah, I didn't want to see him. Wanted him hurt. I wanted to stop getting these dumb flags where if you touched him, it was a flag. Or he whined to the ref. Oh, it's going to be a flag on us. I hated seeing that. Do I hate seeing him go? Yes. Am I happy he's leaving? Sure. So that's a double standard kind of answer, but that's my answer. That's what I'm going with. Plus, what do you feel?
Yeah, kind of in the same boat. I respect Drew Brees a ton. I think he's a Hall of Famer, great competitor. So from that aspect, I'm going to miss going up against him because it was just fun watching him play. And also Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. It's always a fun matchup. So yeah, I mean, obviously Saints fans are going to miss him. I mean, that's a tough blow. I mean, losing, he's basically a legend. So happy for him though at the same time because he gets to be, with his kids and, onto his new adventure. He's going to be, on NBC. So we'll see his face probably, a lot still. He's going to be, on TV covering, games and stuff like that. So that's pretty awesome.
So yeah, we're always going to see him. But I guess our last thought of him is him looking back, knowing that he's going to go retire because the Bucs just stomped it. Didn't really stomp his butt, but they beat him, sent him off. And the end of the story was Buccaneers are 2021 champions.
Yeah, I hope Mike Edwards kept that football. He caught the last pass by Drew Brees, so hopefully he has that hanging up somewhere.
Thing of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
So let's keep on rolling down. Tom, again, any draft prospects that we can use to upgrade the kick, punt, returner position?
Oh, man, great question. I know there's guys out there. I just don't know of any to name. I mean, I know Mark told me, what's the guy's name? Anthony Schwartz from Auburn. He's like super fast. I don't know if he returns kicks or not, but that guy's like 4.2 easy speed guy. But as far as returners, just to name, I don't know. I mean, that's a great question though. I'll definitely look into it. I know we could use an upgrade for sure.
I'm trying to think of guy. I mean,
Kenneth Gainwell, can he do it?
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know if he return many.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that we're actually going to have to look up. Good question, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure there's guys, they're just not popping in my head right now. I mean, Gronk and Shaq Barrett coming back kind of eliminate a lot of the draft stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start looking into those and probably evaluate some of them for the coming weeks because it's coming up fast. I mean, it's already March 15th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're under 50 days away, so.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Cannon Fire Podcast sent me, Ben Leeper. Well, congrats and welcome aboard. Come on, enjoy the show. Hope we're giving you good enough content to give us a like button. but yeah, we try. Christopher, yeah, he said you guys do a great work. Keep it up. We're trying.
Yep, definitely. Always trying to improve.
All right, so let's keep going. Oh, actually, Furu Kawab says, by the way, gang, just call me Braden.
Okay, will do. That's much easier.
Braden. I better not forget that name either. Damn.
Yeah.
Tom. No. We should definitely use a wild card and pick the best kicker with I'm hoping that's sarcasm, Tom. I'm truly hoping that's sarcasm.
I mean, the Bucs just did work out the best, or they had an interview with the best kicker that's available in this year's draft, and Evan McPherson from Florida. So
I saw you did do something with that. What did you do? You put the eyeballs or something?
Yeah, I was like, oh boy, here we go. Jason Light with his obsession with getting that kicker pick correct. Seems like he's trying to fix that mistake.
No,
but just sign Suckup back. You're good.
Okay. you found a proven thing and Suckup. I guarantee you, he wants to come back. Bring him back. Plus, is that a Guinness you drinking?
Yeah, I'm going dark.
Oh, right.
Guinness Draught Stout.
Wow.
It's very good. I got another one right here that I'm about to open up.
Wrong, man. Wrong.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
I haven't had a Guinness since like 9 years.
It tastes great.
After a day-to-day, I guarantee it tastes even better.
Hey, Guinness, be sure to sponsor us.
Yeah,
we need it.
Hopefully, because we're celebrating victory after victory. But hey, you know what? I want to actually say this. A couple other points before we keep going on. Actually, before I go on my tangent, Cannon Fire Podcast is in the chat. He said if we had to be first round exit. I'm happy it was to RBT.
Appreciate it.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, or whether it's Rhett, Evan, you guys do amazing. I've literally, because Evan is so awesome, I went back even watched multiple of your shows because of that. I was like, oh, let me get another recap what's going on from a different perspective, because I'm short on time, but hell, I respect a guy. I'll check it out even more. So thank you guys for that. And now I gotta go on a tangent.
Okay.
Talking about beers winning. I honestly think, shot in the dark right now, how close do you think of a possibility or probability is it Bucs go 16-0 next year? If the band is back together.
Oh, no, I would say 0%.
0%.
Yeah.
Even a 1.
No, yeah. I don't think we'll go 16-0. It's
17-0.
It's the Bucs we're talking about.
Fine one way, right?
Yeah. I mean, we have the Bears games always.
I just was about to say that. Well, I mean, to me, realistically, the offense could literally carry the defense this time. And the defense is still, if it's fully back and only improves, say Devin White even takes a step further in his maturation and learns how to drop back and cover like the way he was doing against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl on a consistent basis. Holy hell.
Yeah.
And if light drafts 2 starters again, maybe an edge rusher and a run stuffer, we solidify even more. I just wanted to touch on that really quick because
no, I'm with you there. I think offensively we should be much better. I mean, Tom even says that he's like, we weren't supposed to be this good in 2020. It's like 2021 is supposed to be our year. That was the year to win it all. Last year we were just supposed to get a taste of it and maybe get knocked out somewhere.
Once it lips.
Yeah. I mean, once they hit the lips, it tastes so damn good. But I mean, yeah, definitely they're talented. They're going to be better, I think. Just because of chemistry, workouts in the offseason, our rookies are going to be better than they were last year. Tyler Johnson, Scotty Miller, Khalil Davis, all these guys that didn't get work last offseason are going to progress. Devin White, he didn't get the work he needed. So all our young players, the corners, the safeties, etc., it's going to be beneficial if we do have workouts where, these guys can get with the coaches like a normal offseason. And maybe we have a preseason as well. So that will be even more of a bonus. But I will say this, I say minimum 12 wins. I think that's definitely doable. I'll put that at 96%.
Damn. Okay.
But again, you need luck too. You need luck too. You got to stay healthy. All those things factor in. But what?
Because just imagine that. Yet another accolade to put next to Tom. Tom Brady did the 16-0 already before, and the only other guy to do it. But he didn't win the whole thing. Didn't go all the way to the Super Bowl and win it. Imagine he's like, you know what? That's what I want. I want one more thing to solidify 8 championships, which no one will probably ever get. Undefeated season, which has only been done by one team ever. Like throughout the whole season playoff, Super Bowl, Dolphins. I want to be that team.
Yeah.
What if he's like, I don't want there to be any doubt in my mind or anyone else's mind. I'm the best. I'm the greatest. Go. I don't give a crap who you think you are, what sport you are. I'm it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome to see. I think again, I wouldn't put it past Tom Brady and company, but I'll say this: if they stay healthy, I think 12 wins is pretty much a guarantee, especially with the schedule that they have. You're facing, I believe, the NFC East and the AFC East, plus your division, and obviously the 17th game if there is one, and then so. I think it's definitely possible. Yeah, I agree with what Ken Barrett's saying right here at the bottom. I think 11 to 13 wins is definitely a strong possibility.
So now they're going 16-0. Hopefully this year we rest guys like defensive linemen and edges more so they are fresh into the postseason. So, I mean, that's just it. Like, I agree. Like, going to the postseason, hopefully we can rest guys.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the draft, right? We have to draft in the trenches. It's time to draft defensive line, edge rushers, offensive line, et cetera. Will that still occur, even though with the guys we're bringing back? I hope that's the case, because it's really not a strong year for defensive players in this draft. Offense is really strong, and I just hope they don't get tempted to draft offense early. Hopefully they go defense and take the best of that bunch to really help their team.
Well, if it's a crapshoot, I don't want to take the
I know.
Correct.
It's about getting value, right? So,
Yeah. Well,
that's what Jason
say that, and then Devil May at 5. That was literally the best value and best pick possible at that best for our scheme. That's what it should be. Best for your scheme, highest priority for that scheme. And he was one hell of a priority.
Oh yeah, and I saw a tweet earlier today. I think it was by one of the Pro Football Focus people. They're like, you use free agency for filling needs, and then you use the draft for getting value. And I agree with that. I think that's what you have to do. And it's going to be fun just watching this draft now, knowing that we don't really you don't see a gaping hole right now on this team.
That was like that last year too.
Yeah.
There was no,
and we got Tristan Wirfs, which worked out beautiful.
Well, that was the one gaping hole, right tackle.
Yeah, and we really didn't need to draft one that early. I mean, you had Joe Hague, which would have been serviceable, but again, they wanted to find the best player, and they did that in Tristan Wirfs.
Where the need met
the value
in the draft.
Right.
Perfect. I mean, literally, he could have been a top 5 pick based on how he played last year. But I'm more entertaining that idea because it's off-season talk. It's something where this whole team's coming back together. Look at the run they just went on at the end of the season. Just tickling the brain a little bit, like get you guys thinking, what if? Like say we are that deep into the playoff run, like 11, 13 win team. Say we're 11-0, 12-0, 13-0. Would you try and keep them on there and go for it or not?
I mean, I'm always like, you continue to play because it's working. You don't try to mess up the flow. You don't try to mess up the rhythm. If the rhythm is working and it's going, you keep playing. And usually if you do that, that usually prevents injuries because guys are just thinking about playing football. They're not worried about, what's going on, outside noise and all that. So yeah, I would just continue to play them. But I mean, it's really fun to think about because you look at the offense and you look at what Byron Leftwich learned and how he adjusted. And you got to think that's going to be the way going forward of how they call the game and how they use 2 tight end personnel and how they use play action down the stretch, stuff like that. So you got to think knowing that. And then with Tom Brady knowing how to play with these guys now, it's definitely scary possibilities of what it could be. And, really easy to score 35 points a game.
So easy. And then, like you just said, it didn't have a good offseason or preseason. Imagine Antoine Winfield taking another step forward. I mean, or Edwards getting even more playing time. Like this is insane. SMB didn't really have that great of a preseason into a second season. And these guys can take such huge step forward. Oh, it's very, very much possible. I would say. Not probable at all. Like anytime you think of undefeated, that's damn hard to do. Like you said, any little slip up could happen.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday, that all the cliches you can use. This is off-season talk. So let's get more into the questions over here. Guys, I was just throwing it out there. Don't
we got them all riled up. We're like, 16-0, here we come.
I'm not saying that it's going to happen. Stamp approval. Like, I'm just saying what if. Okay, guys.
Yeah, I know. That's just awesome.
So tight end room questionable, but Cannabliss. What do you mean by that? Questionable as in not enough talent in there, or there's too much talent in there? Follow up on that question. So I want to do one other rant off season, and we have the time. Let's talk about the big boy in the room.
Okay.
Over here, Donovan Smith. I mentioned his name again because how bad was he getting crap talked?
Oh yeah.
All last year.
Yeah. And you go back to 2018, and I think I don't know, was it 2018, Mark, or was it 2019? I think it was mainly 2019 where we were really defending him. Oh yeah, because we put out that video of Donovan Smith, or was that last year? Yeah, we put the video out of Donovan Smith breaking down his tape, and
someone goes, "Oh, that didn't mature well," or they.
We ended up being correct. I mean, the dude is a solid left tackle. I mean, he does his job. Again, it's not pretty. He doesn't have the best technique, no. But what he does is he's available. He's out there every game playing through injuries, and he makes it happen. And you can't tell me he wasn't really good down the stretch last season.
And I say that because of one reason, and it's this one right here. comparable to this guy. Donald Penn, former Buccaneer back in the day. Dude looked so sloppy. Like, I'm verbatim saying he looks sloppy. I mean, even here, it's like skinny legs, massive upper half, probably had shorter arms, undrafted guy. People were like, hey, no chance in hell this guy makes it. But guess what? He was consistent. He did the job he had to do. He got contract after contract, stayed in the league, played at a high level. I mean, I think Donovan Smith is comparable to him. Like, just, he doesn't make it look pretty. Tristan Wirfs looks so organized, athletic, functional, movement, great. You look at Donovan Smith, Donnie, and you're like, what the hell just happened? He just looks like, is he prepared? Like like he didn't even know what the hell happened. Like, so yes, he has moments like that, but I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer. I'm like, people expect like a Hall of Famer or an all pro at every position. Donovan Smith did good enough, especially the whole playoff run. You didn't hear crap about left tackle messing up.
Yeah.
He plays better as the year goes on. I don't know why at the beginning of the year he just is so bad. And then sometimes he's going against the best player on defense every game.
Oh yeah.
So
and that doesn't get talked about enough. Like, he's going up against the best matchup, the best player on the other team. And it's tough. I mean, again, he's going to have his moments of inconsistency, but again, we're talking about 1 to maybe 3 plays a game out of a total of 70 plays on offense. That's pretty consistent. That's pretty good. We look at all the left tackles in the league. I bet you what, some of them do get beat. It happens. So I think the main thing that he's really cleaned up, it's been the penalties. That's really where the frustration came in. We always see like these multiple penalties. It was like 3, 4 in a row. And it's like, what are you doing? So I think that's where he's really improved. And he's matured, and he's definitely, I think, a future, going forward, he's our left tackle until we draft his replacements, which could happen this year. We don't know.
Yeah. You don't know. I mean,
Samuel Cosme. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Texas left tackle. Check him out, guys. There may be a video on him later. You never know. Yep. But I give credit to Donald Penn as well. And that's kind of why I brought up that argument.
He was a heck of a player.
Right? Hell of a player here. Literally the lowest chance of making the roster, and he does it and just continued on. Great career. I mean, give homage to him. Awesome. But Donovan Smith, you deserve your credit. Guys, if you haven't seen our video of him or review, it's like one of our first videos from when we first started the channel. Go check that out. Just look up Real Bucs Talk, Donovan Smith. Probably not many people do left tackle videos. We do a lot of them. But check him out. So Tom said Tevin Jenkins talking about tackles.
Yeah, physical. And he's a brute. He likes to push people around, especially Joseph Osai. He loves pushing that guy around. But he's definitely on the docket. I think we'll do a review of him. So very good prospect. I think he's one of the top tackles in this class for sure. Especially after you get after the top couple. You have Penei Sewell, and then you have Slater. What's his name? Darrisaw, I think, is another one. Samuel Cosme we really like. And then, Tevin Jenkins is right in that mix. So, it'll be interesting to see where he goes. I don't think he lasts to 32. I think someone picks him up, but really good player.
Teams don't draft smart. They usually go based off of, holy crap, we're on the clock. Some teams traditionally do well. Some teams just panic. I don't. What can you say? This is a good question. John Surabian, I think, said, how do you see Miller developing in the offense? We know he can burn.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's very fast. I like Scotty's path. I like his role so far. Obviously, he's that big time playmaker. He always seems to be that guy that makes that big catch when we need it. So I really like his role expanding, hopefully. It really depends, if they do bring back Antonio Brown, but I really like Scotty as a number 3 receiver, and really like how they utilize him on the outside. it just allows different matchups because really you don't have to put him in the slot. You can put him outside, and Mike Evans or Chris Godwin goes inside, and it just creates various matchups. And Tom is going to be on another level with Scotty Miller this year because of the work they're going to put in. So that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, you haven't seen anything with Scotty Miller yet. That's how I feel. I mean,
yeah, he's just beginning.
Yeah, you saw the potential, and then AB came in. So that's a lot of the argument that people say don't sign back AB because you're stunting the potential growth of Tyler Johnson, Scotty Miller,
right?
The guys we're drafting. Like they say, like, keep growing within your own team and then find little needs through free agency. Don't address the big things. But hell, you got AB, one of the top 5 receivers in the game at that point, for nothing, for pennies. So it's kind of hard not to do. But I mean, Scotty, he'll have his day. Don't worry, he's still very, very young. And in this offense, BA loves it, so he'll get his shots. So Buttercup Cannabliss was expanding on his point about tight end room. He said Gronk and OJ are definites, and both are injury prone a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, that's, you got to deal with that regardless. Pretty much every position, some player has some type of injury history. I mean, just got to hope for the best, man. You got to hope that their training's good and, it works out this year, that they don't get hurt. And I think it's time for OJ. I mean, OJ's had so much bad luck with injuries. It's time he stays healthy for a full season. And it kind of reminds me of Joe McCoy. I mean, he tears his bicep twice in a row, and it's like, come on, man. So, yeah, I think OJ, it's his time. He was so close to breaking out last year, and then just freak accident happens again. It's like, why does this keep happening? So, yeah, hopefully that stays away this year.
Well, some of those other years, it seemed like they just sat him because there was no shot in winning.
Yeah, we were losing. It's like, yeah, why play him?
So I think that's kind of what it was. This one, yeah, tore Achilles. You're not going back out there. Oh, let me rub some dirt on it and I'll be back in 3 weeks. No. So that was a big fall, but I agree with you. OJ and Gronk, if they're splitting it, I think they should be fine. I mean, Gronk played a whole year without injury. Yeah, he had his little shoulder thing early in the year, but it didn't keep him out of a game. Still played every game.
Yeah.
Great. We'll see. I mean, I still think even if both those guys get hurt, you don't really need them. You're looking at your receivers first. Yeah, you're a big guy in the back of the end zone, but Tom Brady's shown he can do it with lesser players. Scott Chandler. I mean, Ben Watson's pretty dang good, but literally he wasn't Gronk, he wasn't OJ. But he's done it with other guys. I mean,
yeah. I mean, and who knows? Maybe they draft a tight end in the later rounds this year. You just never know. It's
either way, we still got loaded. Tanner Hudson.
Yeah, you still have. Yeah, they have guys on the practice squad, and so we just have to see how it plays out. But I'm confident in that position. I like. I like what Gronk brings you. Again, if they want, they'll most likely have another offensive lineman that can play the what's his name? Joe Haig's role, because he might not be back with us. So, maybe they bring in another guy, whether it's a rookie or whoever. You have an extra tight end right there. So
that's true. Another point you made with signing back Gronk to that $10 million and like justifying the cost. He's like another left tackle, right? He
is. I mean, he blocks. I mean, and that's another reason why Donovan had a really good year, because Gronk helped him quite a bit. I mean, not saying that's the only reason, but I'm just saying he had help on that side. I mean, Gronk really can take on defensive ends like it's nothing, and you can have Donovan Smith help out, on other people and really create space that way. So, yeah, it's having an extra blocker like that is really important. And OJ was getting to that level. Like he was getting to that level. He was blocking a lot better this season before the injury. People forget that Gronk was the backup. He wasn't starting. So, it's going to be really interesting to see if those two are healthy. I mean, we can really see the old Gronk and, RIP Hernandez, kind of combo.
Scary. But Tom, if Tom Brady did it with Mike Vrabel, he can use whoever he wants. Touche. All right, do one more, last one here. The baby's calling.
Nope.
Quan Ali says, "How do you feel about if we was to get Adrian Peterson and Patrick Peterson? The Peterson, what would you? How, your 2 cents on those two?"
Simple no. It's not gonna it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, man. Sorry to burst your bubble, but yeah, it's a no for me, and we're gonna move on to other things.
Yeah, I agree. Adrian Peterson is one trick pony. He's not really going to catch the ball. I know he wants to come here, but a lot of players want to come here too. I mean, we get to sift through who we want, and if AP wants to be here, I don't know if we want him. And Patrick Peterson, I guarantee, wants to meet again with Todd Bowles, BA. I mean, where does he fit? I mean, I know you can have too many corners, but still, like,
he's lost a step too. I mean, he can't really play man coverage like he used to. He's just not as fast. And
some people will be like Rich Sherman, he's still going.
Yeah, that's true.
Hell of an athlete.
And maybe he just wasn't motivated with Arizona, because of what they've been going through. But
maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe what they were asking him to do is sometimes it's not all player. I mean,
that's true.
A lot of it's scheme. What were they being asked to do? What they asked to do in college may be totally different in the NFL.
Yeah.
What the hell? I'm best at, and you're forcing me to do something else. So I don't know. Well, that's a wild card. If he ever even wanted to come here, he'd have to take way less. And then where the hell does he fit? Because we have guys really coming into their own.
Yeah, he's pretty much playing the fourth cornerback role, and
I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah, he's not going to want to play that. So I just don't see it as a fit. I would love him as, being that veteran mentor type role guy, but I'm sure he wants to play football still.
Absolutely. Like a top 2 corner at least, or bring himself back to shut down corner. A guy doesn't go from that confidence to, I'll be a fourth, maybe kickoff return.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, guys, thank you as always for all the comments in the chat, all the opinions, all the takes. Thanks for joining us for another awesome day as a Buccaneer fan. I mean, all these guys coming back, wanting to run it back. It's a good day to be a Buccaneer. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourself like Plus is drinking his Guinness.
Yep.
And thank you guys for the super chats. Awesome, as always. And Plus, I'll let you send it out.
Yeah, what Mark said, go Bucs. I'm very happy. We should all be happy. It's a great day. So stay tuned for more Buccaneers news, as I'm sure there's going to be more happening. I'm actually going to go check the feeds right now, see what's going on. But yeah, everyone have a great night and go Bucs. We'll be back very soon with more content.